JC, welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and jungle survival. I'm sure you've heard of the saying, the more you know, the less you need. This is often used to refer to the gear one carries when they go out for outdoor adventures, but it can also apply to urban EDC and even other hobbies and crafts. If you agree with this saying, the more you know, the less you need, then you also have to agree that the opposite is true. The less you know, the more you need. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. First, if you watch this channel regularly but have not subscribed, please do so to help the channel out. And if you'd like to support the channel even more, do check out the shop links in the pinned comment or the description below. And you can even join as a channel member. Thanks a lot. I've seen some videos and many comments on videos who talk about the more you know, the less you need advice in a condescending way to newbies or even experienced adventurers who choose convenience over being ultra lightweight. This is often in response to reacting to some piece of new gear or a kit loadout. Now, I'll always be a proponent of knowledge before gear. After all, it is a tenet on my Bushcraft coin. So this is a coin I designed. On one side you have learn, survive, adapt and thrive. And on the other side you can see at the bottom that's knowledge before gear. And the graphic depicted is basically a fire with a billy can over it, and that's in front of two axes and a parang. And that really is to really illustrate and symbolize knowledge before gear. And one should always strive to increase knowledge, and learning never ends. But the reality is learning and experience takes time. Different people learn at different speeds, have different goals, and have different available time for hobbies. So if the more you know, the less you need is correct, then it makes perfect sense to bring more gear out to compensate when you lack the knowledge or the skill. When I go outdoors, I bring a couple of items with me. Since I do not build tools out of rocks when I'm in the jungle, I bring a 3-knife system. And this may consist of a parang, a folding saw, and some kind of fixed blade. Sometimes I even bring an extra folding knife like a Swiss Army knife or even a folder. As I'm not familiar with every plant, flower and vegetation and their medicinal properties, I bring first aid supplies. So I've got a first aid dressing and I've got a full kit as well. As I do not have the ability to create fire in any conditions and in any environment, I bring fire making gear. And I also have a wood stove out of convenience. So in this kit over here, I've got a titanium wood stove, but I've got my tinder and kindling kit over here. For fire starting or ignition, I've got a ferro rod and a lighter. So basically this covers me for most of my leisurely outdoor adventures. As I do not want to spend hours stripping roots or fern stock to create cordage every time I want to tie something, I bring my own man-made cordage in the form of paracord. So I've got different lengths prepared, and I've also got shorter lengths, and these are really for ridge lines and tarp setups. So these are all the things I bring out, and I bring different pieces of kit for different purposes, some out of convenience and most out of necessity. So personally, while I believe that a guiding principle is knowledge before gear, there's absolutely no problem bringing gear to compensate for the lack of knowledge or experience. And for most people, time outdoors is limited, and to maximize enjoyment, gear is brought to save time. So more gear might be brought out to save time in preparation or building stuff. I know that's definitely the case for me. I have a limited time each time I go out to the jungle, and I want to maximize my enjoyment and on specific tasks. So I do need gear to supplement that to maximize my time and enjoyment. My only caveat would be that one should never bring so much gear that they cannot carry it or becomes a burden and can cause injuries. So for example, you do not want to bring so much gear that tires you out if you are going for a long hike. And it also can be dangerous if it keeps you off balance, especially if you are climbing up inclines or just uneven terrain. If your center of balance and your center of gravity is not centered, you can easily trip and fall if you have too heavy a load. So bring all the gear you want, but make sure it's not at the expense of your safety or your health. So what do you think of this topic? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe it's true? The less you know, the more you need, or only applies the other way? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.